y'all. Baseball, football, or is it basketball? Getting money is my sport, so I have to ball. In the tunnel, it's the best show after all.
Hello. Are we there?
That's the 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, that's the 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Are we there?
What's up?
You there, Big Rich?
You hear me, Pat?
Tested. Lemonhead.
What's up?
Yeah,
you
I
hear
hear
me?
you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
You there? Are we there?
Richard, you hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold up, everybody. Lemonhead.
What's up?
Yeah, Lemonhead, what's going on, man? We lost. Okay, man. Back is in the tunnel. Another episode in the tunnel Sunday. Got a lot to talk about. Especially just found out the news just a while ago. Drew Brees just retired. He just announced he's retired. So what you think about that, Lemonhead?
Well,
Hello?
I like Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a good player. I mean,
You there, Lemonhead?
he brought a lot to the game. I think that he's gonna go in retirement pretty good and have some fun. You know, I don't like his off field sometimes. You know, he got a lot of words to say off field sometimes. But you know, as far as a player and leading the game and passing and doing what he did on the field, he was a great player.
Well, I think the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching him since high school. When I first saw him play against all the members from high school to college. Like I said, what he did on the next level, you know, he just, you know, I know a lot of people was pissed off on him because doing the movement. People got to understand too, he's from Westlake. That's like what the biggest Republican party, you know. Yeah. So, but I think he did the right thing. It was time for him to retire, you know. Yeah, I think he did the right thing doing that. Yeah, but we lost the big one. We lost the big one in the boxing world. You know, Hagler. That was a pretty tough loss. Died last night. Still on. Went on with his death. You know, he was. I know he took the shot. And they said wasn't nothing wrong with him. You know, he was 66. He was in good health, good shape. You know, and my understanding that he's early that day he's gonna be all right here talking Earns, and next thing you know, his wife put him in ICU. I'm like, wow. And I seen last night that he passed away. I'm like, man, it's crazy. Crazy. It was a hell of a loss too.
Huge loss.
Don't never against Sugar Ray.
That first round against Hearns, man, that's the most epic round of boxing. I can't think of a single round in boxing history that outshadows that one round, that first round. It was just there wasn't a boxing. That was a street fight in gloves in the ring. But the cool thing is that a lot of people don't know is that after the fight, they became best of friends. They spent the rest of their lives, working together, both in the ring, helping each other continue to get better. Hearns did help Hagler prepare a little bit for Sugar Ray, the super fight, which is his last fight. And then also, Hagler helped Hearns with a lot of things. So they became, real close friends, afterwards. And they also did things together in the community, which, of course, never gets any type of coverage because it's positive. But, it was such a tragic loss to see, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler go at such a, age. Because, he's only 66. That's not really old, especially with a guy, in his shape and his stature of being the type of athlete that he was. There was no other underlying conditions that were known about. It's not like he had some ongoing disease. He was healthy as a horse. He goes in and gets the COVID shot. Next thing you know, he's in ICU, and then he winds up, passing away. So we don't know. It's not a good look for the people, who's administering these shots. So this man goes in healthy and never makes it back out.
And that goes, Rich, to show you how nervous you can be by going in and taking the shot or not knowing how fast they doing it and getting it out and doing everything. It's kind of tough. Me personally, I probably won't take the shot, but I know other people have, and other people are trying to go get the shot done and everything. But I just think that, we got to get this stuff some more history on what we're doing with it, because if we don't, we're gonna end up, it may be a lot more out there doing the same thing.
Right. I understand that they're trying to, quickly put it into the pandemic, mostly for economic reasons. But you're trying to put an end to the pandemic. I get it, but I think they need to have some type of pre-shot test. Like, I don't know what they need to do. Blood. I'm not a medical person. I'm not a doctor or anything, but maybe they need to do some type of screening. Like, they should have some type of standard to say, okay, if this person has this blood type or this whatever, I don't know. They need to do some more research and figure out, why we having these issues with people, especially the ones that, are still in good health, like Mr. Hagler, and why would someone lose their life, going to try to get, trying to seek immunity from a virus. That's what I don't understand. So,
right.
Huge loss to the sports world today.
Yeah, because this happens and people die from this shot. Yeah. Some people die from the shot. Yeah.
That's true. He had to be in some kind of shape because he out there boxing with guys, working out guys, and doing things in the ring. Mm-hmm. And then you decide to go take the shot, and then all of a sudden now you're no longer here. It's right. Tough. My condolences going to his family and everybody, because I know it's tough on them right now.
And to Tommy Hearns, I can imagine what he's going through right now.
Yeah.
This is his best friend, and he's thinking that last time he talked to him, he's thinking everything's fine, and then this is the end. So life is precious, man. You never know. Never know.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, so what's much love to the family, definitely, and prayers go to them. So the next topic we talk about what's happening in CFL and XFL. Rich, can you let me know what's going on with that?
Yes. So Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, who, by the way, you haven't tried that tequila called Terramana, man. It's fire in a bottle, my man. I told you something of that earlier today, actually. So, but Dwayne Johnson posted on his Instagram that he was talking to the CFL about, working together in a possible merger. So this is significant for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you recall, the XFL, was basically bankrupt as a result of the coronavirus and not having fans and not having people in attendance. So Vince McMahon basically shut the league down. The Rock was able to, purchase the league for pennies on the dollar, but now you have to restart the engine, restart the branding, reconnect the broadcast networks and all that stuff. So he's going to now have the financial backing, the financial support, the resources, and the connections through the CFL that they already have through their broadcast deals and it's going to make it more attractive and more lucrative for the American media to get involved with the CFL now, because we don't cover the CFL really, you know, in mainstream American media like we do, you know, the NFL or any other league. So I think they're in the process of building a solid, legitimate, sustainable second alternative football league, which number one can act as an alternative to college. I think that's a goal. You know, some of the guys can go there and develop and, you know, get signed by NFL teams, and so plays for NFL free agents that's out of work to go and play and show that they can still play and get signed by teams. And then also from the ownership perspective, you know, at some point a lot of these NFL owners are, you know, not very young, and so at some point these franchises are going to start to change hands in terms of ownership. So the excuse that keeps coming up whenever it is a black owner that approaches the NFL about trying to acquire a team is that he doesn't have the experience or he don't have the resources. But they're not going to have that excuse with Dwayne Johnson, because if he's able to take the XFL out of bankruptcy into relevancy as a legitimate alternative league and make it sustainable as a business, and of course the revenue he's going to generate from that, he's already making hand over fist with his tequila brand. He made more money in the past 6 months with his tequila brand than he did the last 2 years with the WWE. So that brand is growing, and of course, you know, he's still an actor, the highest, I think if not the highest, one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. You know, he's a box office success. So they have no excuse from the financial side. They have no excuse from the experience side. If he's able to build that, you know, league into a sustainable business, you have no reason not to, you know, no logical reason not to give him an NFL franchise. So I'm going to tell you now, we very well could be looking at the first black NFL owner, Dwayne Johnson. Stay tuned. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's very easy because, you know, football background. I think he'll do a good job too. I mean, with his football background, knowing what's going on. Of course, you know, he played at the U with my boys, in the matter of fact, at the U. At the same time, I think, did he get a shot in the league? Play in the league? Did he do it in there, Rich? Did he get a shot in the league?
No, he didn't make it to the league. He was okay in Miami. Yeah. What's that?
He got cut or hurt in Miami.
He got cut. Yeah.
Well, I knew it was. I knew he went to camp.
Right.
I knew he went to camp.
Got cut in camp.
Yeah. But like you said, no excuse. If he
yeah.
You can't forget about our sponsors. We can drop them Elite Motors, my man Victor Holmes. You need a car? If you he help y'all, credit card, loan, he does it all. That's the guy to go to. Elite Motors. You hit him up at 281-471-2800. 281-471-2800. Victor Holmes is the guy. That's who you want to talk to. We got my man Mike Slider, attorney. Anytime DUI, criminal charges, he's the guy. He's the man to go. He's the go-to guy. You can reach him. You can reach him at 713-223-1776. 223-1776. Slider Law Firm. That's who you definitely want to see. Any legal issues, that is the man. Okay, so next time, man, we talk about the who's in and who's out NCAA tournament.
Well, today is the day. Selection
who's
Sunday.
Who's in and who's out?
Selection Sunday is today.
Two teams I know out is our two basketball teams. And two teams are not getting in. It's North Carolina and Duke.
Don't look like they're gonna make it in.
Yeah. But North Carolina Greensboro is in.
Yeah.
They're gonna go in as a 15 seed, but they're in nonetheless. So we live in a world where there's no North Carolina and no Duke, but there's UNC Greensboro in the tournament. And Texas Southern, by the way, won the SWAC tournament, so congratulations to them. They're going to be going to the dance. My Cougs, U of H, destroyed Cincinnati today. Put a 37-piece on it with surprise. So to close out the American Conference. So they're going to be ranked the number 2 seed most likely in the Midwest Division. And that's going to create some interesting matchup opportunities because you're going to have University of Houston, University of Texas, and Texas Tech all in the same bracket. So if everybody closes the deal and, finishes off what they should be doing or, handle their business, we very well could have University of Houston versus UT in the Sweet 16. And then in the Elite 8, we could have either U of H or UT versus Texas Tech. And then in the Final Four, we could have one of those 3 teams versus Baylor in the Final Four. So if the Texas boys run the table and handle their business, we could have some really interesting matchups. Come out of that side of the bracket.
You do know it sounds like the Southwest Conference all playing again.
You sure do.
University of Houston, Baylor. Hey, it's starting to feel good to be a Southwest Conference player.
Yes, indeed. The old Southwest. The old Southwest.
I just can't believe that North Carolina Duke and like all these years North Carolina Duke is not getting in the playoffs. I can't believe that. That's kind of hard to believe, though.
Well, it's like this is a sign of the times because number one,
go down like that's crazy.
Yeah, number one, you have the one and done guys that come into these programs and they leave, so they don't build like teams like a U of H or Baylor. These guys have played together for 2-3 years, so they got more cohesion, they got more experience. They're more seasoned as an NCAA player versus. For all intents and purposes, North Carolina Dukes is really like some of their stars are like 5th-year high school seniors because this is for their 1 year, and then they do their basically do their time. So they either to avoid going to the G League, and then they just go to the draft and go to the league. So they're not really invested in. You're not going to see the Grant Hills and Jerry Stackhouses, and that day is over. That day is over. And this is the price you pay to have superstars to come to your team that are going to be first-round draft picks, and they're going to be done after 1 year.
Well, and like we said earlier, we was talking before, and the teams are starting to be like family now. They're starting to act like it's a group of guys playing together for a number of years instead of guys hopping from one team, leaving and going to the league, and leaving and going to the league. It's like a group of guys coming together to play. And they get that gel and show real team ball. So and you get the team ball with guys jumping here and there, but you like to know, in Duke you knew who Grant Hill was, you knew who those guys were. Like now you don't even know who the players are on Duke or North Carolina. You know the guys that played a long period of time,
right,
on other teams,
right. And for this draft itself, I mean, no disrespect to none of these guys, but. At least I haven't. If there is one, I haven't heard of him. I don't see that generational guy coming out of the draft. We don't see a LeBron. We don't see a Kobe. We don't even see a Zion Williamson or Kevin Garnett or anything like that in this draft. Like these guys, I don't know who they are. I mean, we don't have enough information on them to say, teams should be stumbling over themselves to try to get one of the top picks in the draft. So. The Rockets could basically be tanking for no reason because, like I said, the pool of candidates in this draft is not looking too high, at least, from a 30,000 foot view.
Yeah. It's going to be a real
interesting. We got to take a break here, man. So we'll be back. Yes.
VIP Elite Motors is dedicated to offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles for their customers. From the moment you walk through their door, they're committed to providing you with a great car buying experience. With the skilled sales staff and financing options, they will help you get the vehicle that you want at the great price that you deserve. Go to their website, www.vipeliteMotors.com, to pre-qualify without affecting your credit score. No social security number required. Browse their extensive inventory online and check out the featured vehicles section on the homepage. If you see a vehicle that you like, you can submit an online quote request, or you can contact them to schedule a test drive. Give VIP Elite Motors a call today, 281-471-2800. That's 281-471-2800. They're at 1204 West Main Street in LaPorte, and tell them that In the Tunnel sent you to get your new ride.
He hasn't said it yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have to trade that man. I think the relationship is broken. Yeah. I hope it's not. I'm still going to pull whatever team he goes for. That's going to be my new team. It hasn't made any sense. I think really, was it last Friday when they tweeted out that they was interviewing Josh McCown? Josh McCown? You have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. What do you do? What do you do?
I'm going for it.
I'm going for it. You going for it? I think I'll go for it. Even on Madden, I'm going for it.
Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services should be your first and only call when it comes to tax preparation and filing. We know that preparing to file your taxes can be overwhelming and confusing, which is why we offer a comprehensive tax preparation service for an affordable flat fee. Also, we offer a host of other services to include notary. Let us make your life easier with our convenient and affordable notary services. You can certainly entrust your most valuable documents with us. Startup Business Solutions. Establish rapid LLC setups in no time. Marketing strategies. Our team is prepared to offer creative and innovative ways to enhance your business ideas. Credit counseling, insurance protection, and more. Call us for more information and rates. 281-661-3975. Also visit our website at www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. We look forward to servicing you.
What's up, y'all? This is Richard Walker, the Great Sports Morpheus with In the Tunnel. We can represent your business for as little as $1 per day. That's $1, 4 quarters per day. Give us a call, 832-245-1050, 832-245-1050. Doesn't matter the size of your business, whether you got one customer or a million customers, we got something for you. Give us a call. We'll be happy to represent your business. Let them know that you are bringing your business out the tunnel.
Tunnel, in the 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 tunnel, sports talk. Ooh.
All right, we're back.
What up? What up? We're back. We're back. So next time we're gonna talk about these Rockets in lottery pick. What still ain't won a game. And like they gonna, I mean, if we get the number one in the lottery, what I mean,
it's been February the 3rd was the last time they won a game.
Coming out, what's going to happen? No one pick.
What they lost 15 straight so far?
Yeah. February 3rd was the last time they won a game. Yeah. It's almost Easter. They had Valentine Candy on the shield last time they won a game. Yeah, it's rough.
I think they gotta hang with him. I'm gonna hang with him. I'm gonna give him a shot.
Man, you know they can't blame him.
Make the changes.
Well, the latest round of foolishness also out of the Rockets organization is that PJ Tucker now wants a trade.
And didn't Cousins want something? Something happened to Cousins?
Cousins is gone. They cut Cousins.
Yeah.
And now PJ Tucker wants a trade. Like I didn't know mediocre guys had a right to, demand trades and stuff like that. But yeah.
So they just flat out cut Cousin.
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess it was more. I guess it was more problems. Like Harden said, it was a little bit more problems than they thought it was. Then, huh?
Yeah. It's just a mess, and unfortunately, Mr. Silas, this is his first NBA gig, but I don't think it's gonna last much longer because they, they're gonna take it out on the coach, so I wouldn't be surprised if I would be surprised if he made it to the end of the year. To be honest.
Man, we know Harden messed his team up, and
yeah, I think he messed.
We know Harden messed his team up, and getting a lot of people kind of helped them. They have to regroup and readjust everything. I mean, it's a sad day down there, man. It's sad. While they going on. Yeah. Speaking of NBA, I know we was talking about college basketball earlier. What do y'all think about that issue at Madison Square Garden with Patrick Ewing? They asked for this man ID.
This is Patrick Ewing, man. This Patrick Ewing. This is not Allen Houston or Kenny Skywalker or one of them other scrubs that came off the bench that you don't know. It's Patrick Ewing, man. Mm-hmm. You can't name 5 prominent New York athletes all time without saying Patrick Ewing. You can't do it. Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter, Ewing. There he is. He's right there.
Yep.
The man is 7 feet tall, 250 plus pounds. Where probably put a little extra on since his playing name. How do you not know who Patrick Ewing is? 7 feet guys like him don't walk around, don't grow on trees. And for them to constantly, and this is not the first. I can see if it was one time or it's constant, and I believe him because I experienced this myself. From covering events, I'm not nearly as famous as Patrick Ewing, but when you issue credentials to an individual, we wear credentials, to give us access to certain areas. They got access levels on them, blah blah blah, right? I'm just gonna go rip the the Band-Aid off the wound. There are certain people that get their credentials checked far more often and far more thoroughly than others, if that makes sense. Now, I'm at the Pro Bowl, for example, and there are layers to the security. So you go through one checkpoint, they check you pick up your credentials. You go to the next checkpoint, they check your credentials. You go to the next checkpoint, they check your credentials. So we've already gone through like 3 or 4 layers just to get to the field where the players are. So, and the guy that stopped me is literally standing like 10 feet away from me, and I'm standing there interviewing Drew Brees. We're talking to Ezekiel Elliott and Jamal Adams and Russell Wilson and Bruce Smith. And so, like, you literally see us working. You're standing right there watching us work. So we go to walk on the other side of the field. He stops us to check it. Come on, man. Seriously? It's the same thing with Patrick Ewing. But, like, this guy's name, his jersey is up in the Raptors. His name is a household name. Like, they give them brochures that have all of the team personnel and contacts and all that. One of the first people you're gonna see in there is a big picture of Patrick Ewing. They got a Patrick Ewing award that they give to the next player of the year. The dude is New York. Don't sit here and pretend like you don't know who the hell he is. Come on, man. Somebody should get fired for that.
Yeah. Well, what if that only is a jerk?
Was he from another country?
That's unnecessary. That's man. And you got to.
You don't get that ignorant.
That only just a jerk, man. That's all it is, man.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Mike Nolan.
It's like saying Elijah Warren was a guy. Yeah, it's like saying Elijah Warren, they come to U of H, they ask him for to get an entire to sit in the tournament. Or Nolan Ryan coming back, Benny Paul. He could be in the college team. And they asked him for his ID and all that. I mean, I don't know who he is. I'm like, come on, man. Just say on him, man. That's all it is, man.
Right.
Matter of
This
fact,
is the same reason. This is the same reason why Charles Oakley wanted to choke the hell out of him.
Winning the tournament. Yeah.
This is the type of environment. This is the type of organization that he runs. It's come on, man. The level of disrespect and lack of gratitude. The only thing that Patrick Ewing didn't do for New York was bring a championship, and he ran into some buzzsaw named Akeem Olajuwon. I mean, other than that, I mean, the guy in New York sports history, he's a legend. Show the legends the respect that he deserves.
Ewing is a legend. They gotta understand.
Yeah.
I just think the guy
hated that first because he was at Georgetown. They were happy he came to New York.
I bet you if Wayne Gretzky walked his ass in there, they wouldn't stop him. And he wasn't nearly as good to the Rangers as Patrick Ewing was to the Knicks. Come on now.
Yeah.
His best years wasn't in New York. He was only there for a little bit. He wasn't that good in New York. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's true.
Just saying. This is like stopping, like I said, this is like stopping Derek Jeter in Yankee Stadium. It's like stopping Nolan Ryan here in Houston or Akeem Olajuwon at the Toyota Center. Like, nobody, you're not supposed to stop that dude. You won't stop and say hello. How you doing, Mr. Ewing? And get your ass out the way. Yeah.
Speaking of
unbelievable.
Speaking of ASS, it's your time with it, Rich.
It is that time once again.
We got.
Oh man, this we got a special one here this week. So let's go ahead and get it cracking.
Sit your ass down.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Sir, could you sit your African American ass down?
Man, sit your ass down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Could you just sit your ass down and be
Mr.
quiet?
Speaker.
Oh. You're a scammer. You're a schemer. You've got the brain of a pisshead, and you're running an empire. You're not smart. Sit your ass down.
Oh man, this one is unbelievable, guys. It's like they get better and better every week. So this is a high school basketball announcer was calling this the state championship game. They're live streaming the state championship game. This is in Oklahoma, and the announcer he thought he turned the mic off, and this is during the national anthem. So there's a video that surfaced where he's talking apparently to someone else, and he's saying, you know, these N-words are so disrespectful for the anthem. I hope they get their asses kicked, blah, 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 blah. In fact, I got the quote here. They're kneeling, effing ends, said him. This name is Norman. No, I hope Norman gets their ass kicked. F them. I hope they lose. Come on, Midwest City. They're going to kneel like that? Oh, hell no. That's his quote. So he said that the reason this happened is because he's type 1 diabetic, and he didn't take his insulin today, so his sugar levels were all over the place. That's his excuse for calling these young ladies out of their name, calling them racial slurs because your sugar is out of whack. On behalf of Norman High School and the Great Sports Morpheus family, sit your ass down.
Down.
All the way down.
So the sugar made him call him the N-word.
Right.
Man, he better go sit his butt all the way down. That's BS. Come on, man. I mean, sugar. Okay, so your sugar is gonna make you go crazy, do crazy things. You're gonna say crazy things.
I guess so.
Racial remarks. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the most.
That's pure cane sugar with 3 Ks. That's pure cane sugar that he was missing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, you just sick. What you think, Lemonhead? Yeah, that man just sick. Man, we're gonna go to break on this one. The sugar made you say the word ever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a break, Steve.
All right.
See you soon. That's it. Take a break, man.
He hasn't said it yet, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to trade that man. I think the relationship is broken.
Yeah.
I hope it's not. I'm still gonna pull whatever team he goes for. That's gonna be my new team. It hasn't made any sense. I think really. Was it last Friday when they tweeted out that they was interviewing Josh McCown? Josh McCown? You have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. What do you do? What do you do?
I'm going for it.
I'm going for it. You going for it? I think I'll go for it. Even on Madden, I'm going for it.
VIP Elite Motors is dedicated to offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles for their customers. From the moment you walk through their door, they're committed to providing you with a great car buying experience. With the skilled sales staff and financing options, they will help you get the vehicle that you want at the great price that you deserve. Go to their website, www.vipeletemotors.com, to pre-qualify without affecting your credit score. No social security number required. Browse their extensive inventory online and check out the featured vehicle section on the homepage. If you see a vehicle that you like, you can submit an online quote request, or you can contact them to schedule a test drive. Give VIP Elite Motors a call today, 281-471-2800. That's 281-471-2800. They're at 1204 West Main Street in LaPorte, and tell them
Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services should be your first and only call when it comes to tax preparation and filing. We know that preparing to file your taxes can be overwhelming and confusing, which is why we offer a comprehensive tax preparation service for an affordable flat fee. Also, we offer a host of other services to include notary. Let us make your life easier with our convenient and affordable notary services. You can certainly entrust your most valuable documents with us. Startup Business Solutions. Establish rapid LLC setups in no time. Marketing strategies. Our team is prepared to offer creative and innovative ways to enhance your business ideas. Credit counseling, insurance protection, and more. Call us for more information and rates. 281-661-3975. Also visit our website at www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. We look forward to servicing you.
In the tunnel, 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 sports talk. Ooh.
We're back. We're back, man. So this next topic we want to talk about, I know just got some news about Deshaun Watson. They say Miami Dolphins are willing to work a trade. They said the Texans are willing to work with Miami on the trade with Deshaun Watson. I know there's been a rumor, but now they've been spreading on TV today, this while ago, about this trade. Because like I said, they got to make something happen. Because the guy, he just don't want to be. He don't want to be here. You know, they called him.
I think there's a solid suitor that nobody's talking about, especially after what took place today. There's definitely going to be some interest down in the boot for Deshaun Watson, because number one, he fits. He is a perfect fit for the style of offense that they run down there. He has more tools than he can. They can call plays with him that they definitely couldn't call with Breeze, and for damn sure couldn't call with Taysom Hill or with Jameis Winston, who, by the way, is also a free agent. The guy is everything that you can think of, skill-wise from a quarterback. He has the arm. He has the football IQ. He has the acumen. He's a gamer. He's tough, smart football player. He just never had all the pieces together. He either had an elite Pro Bowl receiver, but an idiot head coach, which he's had his entire career. Unfortunately, he's had inconsistency with play calling, and it's like when you saw Deshaun Watson at his best, to me was that Buffalo game. It's like him and DeAndre Hopkins said, "Okay, you know what? Hell with this. We're gonna win this game." And they got together, and they literally that last drive was all him and Hopkins. I know for a fact there was some times where he got calls into his helmet. He's like, "No, screw this. We doing it. Hey, we doing this. Everybody on me. We doing this." He willed that team to victory over Buffalo in the playoffs. That's the kind of guy that he is. So you give Sean Payton a weapon like that. So New Orleans is also known to be very aggressive in the trade market. So let them hand over 3 first-round picks. Let them hand over a couple of second-rounders. Toss in Alvin Kamara. Yeah, I said toss in Alvin Kamara too if you got to. Because you can find another running back. But you ain't going to find another Deshaun Watson. Not in this draft, not in the next draft. You can tell Trevor Lawrence's mama, I said he ain't nowhere near Deshaun Watson. And he's not going to ever be that. So that guy is a generational talent. So you're going to have some suitors, I think, from outside of what they're talking about with the Jets and the Dolphins, because it's going to take more than draft picks just to get him out of the Texans' hands. Because what are they going to do with draft picks if you can't get another generational type talent like that? So you got to give up something. So they're going to want something in their hand in addition to those picks. So I think something like a Kamara trade moves the dial along with those picks, so they can rebuild their organization quickly, even though they probably screwed up again, but they'll have the tools to at least take a shot at it.
I mean, the city finally got a franchise quarterback.
I don't know.
And it's running them away.
What's that, P?
Who's that?
I said that's kind of
tough. The city finally got a franchise quarterback and running them away.
Yeah, but he don't want to be there no more.
They're running them out of town.
He don't want to be there no more. He don't want to be there no more. So, you got a 5-star wife, but she don't want to be there. So she ain't gonna sleep in the same bed with you no more. So you might as well go ahead and get rid of her and get you a regular girl. I'm just saying, Texans, just saying.
Yeah, Deshaun right now got him by the scrotum. So I hope that he play his game and play his cards right, because I would love to see him stay in Houston, but not under the circumstances. And that's, to me, that the owner is just terrible for not making sure that guy's comfortable and ready. I mean, this guy put his heart and body on the line every week for them. And with no line, very seldom lack at receivers and no running back. And
diminishing talent too, because you take away Hopkins. Will Fuller is now going to be a free agent. Actually, tomorrow he'll be a unrestricted free agent because he didn't get tagged. So you take away the offensive weapons. You replace Will Fuller with who? Brandon Cooks. You replace DeAndre Hopkins with who? Randall Cobb. Who? Yeah. And then on top of that, you trade Bernardrick McKinney, who was a solid, decent Pro Bowl linebacker, for Shaq Lawson. Who? Come, yeah. This is an example of why he want to leave, man. Like, you're constantly taking away weapons, you're taking away, solid players, you're breaking up the core of that organization, and you're trying to rebuild in the middle of this man prime. So by the time you do, if you're able to put something together, he's gonna already be 30. And 30 is not young in quarterback years anymore. You should have already, have your team or make your run by the time you're 30. Because everybody's not Brady, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody not.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Drew Brees is what, 37? What's old Drew Brees, and he's done.
Yeah.
No, Drew Brees, I think 39, and he's done. He's done. So yeah.
Yeah.
You
talking about Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Brees past 12 years old, I think.
No. But he's been done for several years. He's just been stealing money the past few years.
All right. Yeah. Well,
he was done when they lost to the Rams.
That got his big payday. Speaking of money, I think the man got what he deserved. I mean, he had all these other guys, a lot of these other guys in the league making money, stealing money. People think he don't deserve that money. I'm like, okay, why not? You got what's his name down with the Rams stealing money, you know? But he got his guaranteed
123 million guaranteed, 160 overall. Yeah. And he deserves it because people don't understand how quarterback or how player compensation works. You don't get paid based on what you did. You get paid based on what the market dictates. Right now, the market rate for a starting caliber top 10 NFL quarterback is between $35 and $40 million. And it's going up every year. So Watson signed his deal. Mahomes comes in over him. In between comes Prescott. Somebody, I don't know who, maybe Russell Wilson when he signs his next deal. I don't know where he is in his deal.
We lose somebody.
But the next big name quarterback is going to make more than Mahomes. And then somebody else is going to make more than him. So it constantly goes up. So you just think back to like 10 years ago, I think the highest paid quarterback was like $25 million. So the market constantly goes up, you know, for these players, but it's based on the market conditions at the time that they signed their contract. It had nothing to do about who's better, because that's the case, you know, for damn sure some of these scrubs wouldn't be getting the money that they're getting. But, you know, it's hard to find a franchise quarterback, and these teams, you know, understand that, you know, they got to have somebody locked in, so they willing to pay.
Right. And they really put people around the guy, too, you know. He got a lot around him. I know their lineman was kind of banged up. A couple of guys old. It's going to be really interesting what Dallas do in the draft, because knowing his son, I know he's going to try to go out and probably find some linemen. I mean, I know Smith creeping up on age, but it was a time he was the best tackle in the league. But we just see what's going to happen draft-wise.
Well, at least it allows them to take a shot, because with him signing a new contract, they're able to move some cap money around to like the back end of his contract, so they can front load some extra guys within the next year or two and say, okay, let's take a shot. Let's give you another tackle. Let's give you another tight end. Let's get you some guys on defense. Let's get you a corner, you know, out the draft. And then if we can win with that team, then we'll worry about the cap numbers later. So that's how teams operate. They operate salary cap within a 1 to 2 year bubble. And you worry about the other stuff later. You just keep pushing it off, and get your guys in, move the numbers back, and if need be, you know, at some point you're gonna have to move the guys. But you know, you front load the talent, you back load the salary, and you make your run. And you just, you know, that's what Tampa did. So come next year, Tampa's got. Matter of fact, this year they got some guys that they still need to try to resign. But next year they're gonna be a mess because they did exactly that. That's why they signed Brady to an extension to try to push his cap numbers back. So that's how NFL teams operate now.
I think one of the receivers signed this week too with Tampa Bay. Goodman, I think he signed something this week. Matter of fact, you know, I don't know how much it was, but I know they worked the agreement. You know, I know they did that. Yeah, but man, look here. So speaking of another franchise quarterback, Russell Wilson. Will Russell Wilson be traded?
No.
In the room, and there was a rumor they were making a trade with Dallas. Will Russell Wilson be traded? I hear something about Chicago.
No. Because I'm sorry.
No, they really want him in Chicago. So I think that he can make things happen, but I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he can stay in Seattle. I mean, they got some problems going on in Seattle we don't know about, but you know, if he do go to Chicago, I think it'll make Chicago a better team.
But I think about Russell Wilson.
I already know about it. He went in there. He went in there and complained about the man that got sacked 390 something times.
Mm-hmm.
So he complained about our offensive line, and when that complaint, you know how they do our quarterback, do the black quarterback. He paying him no mind. That's why the man a trade. And I can't blame him. Because if you see him, he's running for his life, you know?
Right. But I think Seattle is a salvageable team. Number one, as bad as they are up front, they're still a high powered offense. Running back, I think, is a position they can fix, and of course the line. I love my man Dwayne Brown. He is one of my favorite NFL guys. He's such a cool dude, man. But I think it's he's more towards the end of his career. It's time for them to definitely draft another tackle. Get some interior line help. Get some depth also, because as soon as they start having injuries on that line, that team went down real quickly. So that's, to me, I think, is a priority for them. I think if they show Russell that they have a plan, it's salvageable, because it's not his situation and Deshaun is two completely different situations. The Seahawks aren't dysfunctional. The Seahawks got hardware. They won. They have proven winners. They have a winning culture. They got some problems right now that they need to address, and they may not be on the same sheet of music, but all they need to do is sit down and figure out, okay, where are our problems at, and then how do we fix these? They can move some guys around, add some pieces. They got a little bit of money to play around with in free agency, so you can probably sign some value guys. Especially this year, it's going to be some steals out there because the cap went down. So you got guys that's going to take these one-year deals and wait until next year, because they're going to have a big spike in the salary cap because the new TV deal is going to come out. So that's going to boost the salary cap. So they got some guys that's going to get paid next year. So you might be able to get some 1 year or 2 year guys, that could come in and make make some moves and move it down for you. And I think that'll make Russell happy. He's far along in his career. He's too far along to be, completely changing organizations. And where's he going to go right now in a trade that's going to be a better situation for him than what he has in Seattle? I don't know too many other teams. They're not going to trade him inside the NFC. I doubt. They probably will send him to the AFC. So I can't think of an AFC team that he can go to and be in a better situation in the next 2 or 3 years than he is in Seattle.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
they just got some homework to do.
If you do go to Chicago, if you do go to Chicago, let me hear what you think. If you do go to Chicago, what you think?
I heard a rumor that if he goes back to Chicago, you coming out of retirement, Lemonhead.
They're gonna have to pay me just as much as they paying him. Because I know I'm gonna pull up the first 2 plays. I hope he go. I mean, it was good to see Russell Wilson in Chicago. I think it'll work out good because they don't have a line, so that means he's gonna run or move around, so he'll make something happen. He got that magic in him, so he make great decisions too when he's playing. So, that's what I look for to see. And I just want somebody in Chicago that's gonna do something. And
you just trying to see your boys get their behind with there Sunday. I feel you. I said you trying to see your boys get their behind with there Sunday. I got you.
Yeah.
Been a long time, man. Chicago been down for a minute.
Consistent quarterback. Yeah,
I'm calling for Jim McMahon to come
They got no consistent quarterback.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's time to go to break now. It's break.
All right, we'll be right back.
It's time to go to break.
VIP Elite Motors is dedicated to offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles for their customers. From the moment you walk through their door, they're committed to providing you with a great car buying experience. With the skilled sales staff and financing options, they will help you get the vehicle that you want at the great price that you deserve. Go to their website, www.vipeliteMotors.com, to pre-qualify without affecting your credit score. No social security number required. Browse their extensive inventory online and check out the featured vehicle section on the homepage. If you see a vehicle that you like, you can submit an online quote request, or you can contact them to schedule a test drive. Give VIP Elite Motors a call today, 281-471-2800. That's 281-471-2800. They're at 1204 West Main Street in LaPorte, and tell them that In the Tunnel sent you to get your new ride.
Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services should be your first and only call when it comes to tax preparation and filing. We know that preparing to file your taxes can be overwhelming and confusing, which is why we offer a comprehensive tax preparation service for an affordable flat fee. Also, we offer a host of other services to include notary. Let us make your life easier with our convenient and affordable notary services. You can certainly entrust your most valuable documents with us. Startup business solutions. Establish rapid LLC setups in no time. Marketing strategies. Our team is prepared to offer creative and innovative ways to enhance your business ideas. Credit counseling, insurance protection, and more. Call us for more information and rates. 281-661-3975. Also visit our website at www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. We look forward to servicing you.
Small business, big business. In the Tunnel is here for you and all your advertisement needs for as little as $1 a day. Call us now, 832-245-1050.
Tunnel, in the 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 tunnel, sports talk. Ooh.
The home stretch.
Yeah, we're back. So, Lemonhead, that's a hell of a deal. That's about bringing McMahon's back. that's a funny deal. Talking about bringing McMahon's back. Yeah. So, to our audience, I mean, that's something funny. Yeah. So, who's a guy, Anthony? I said that's a hell of a deal bringing McMahon's back.
Oh, McMahon's
back. I mean, that's a hell of a deal. Yeah.
I'd rather have Jim McMahon back.
Anthony Sherring or something like that on. Yeah. So, Rich, we got a black-owned golf up here. You know anything about this Richard, this guy, Anthony? He has his own golf appearance. My understanding. First guy to have his own black golf apparel. Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
That's real dope in the youth, in the golf business. Yeah. So he's gonna have his own.
Gotta check that out.
Like, wow.
Can't play ball no more. I guess I gotta step down to golf.
Yeah.
So we gotta check this out.
Yeah. So good. Rich, I guess we telling people out there go down to subscribe or comments. Where they need to go to on the tunnel.
Well, we're on all the platforms, so follow us on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, In the Tunnel, on Instagram at In the Tunnel. We're on Twitch. We're everywhere, man. So we like to keep it live. And then for those of you who want a little something extra, make sure you tune up. We're gonna have a new segment featuring our man Lemonhead. He's gonna take you to the lemonade stand. So those of you who want to hear things and see things from the perspective of a former player, our man, the former Bear himself, Mr. Lemonhead, is gonna give you the squeeze of the lemon and tell you how things from the perspective of a former player. So it ain't no sugar in this lemonade, just so you know. It's gonna be straight up hard lemonade, unfiltered, the truth from a man who's actually been behind the shield. So y'all definitely tune in to make sure you catch that segment next week, because might hurt some folks' feelings, but trying to find a part that cares about that too. So sorry.
We're gonna throw a couple of lemon drops on there.
We're gonna close out.
They say when life gives you lemons, you squirt the juice in somebody's eyes and rub like hell.
A little bit of that. Just squeeze it a little bit. Squeeze it a little bit.
We're gonna close out. Next week we'll be back out. out and about doing the show.
Yes, indeed.
So,
and y'all folks, while y'all here, y'all behave yourselves. Don't be like the lady in the bank and get off and acting a fool because she want to put a mask on, got her ass thrown in handcuffs. You too grown for that. Come on. Businesses have the right to not deny you service. You want to put on a mask.
Yeah.
So I'm out there acting a fool. These people probably they gonna throw your ass in jail. Yeah. All day long.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting hour.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
See you next Sunday.
All right. In the tunnel. We out.
We'll see you next Sunday.
Tune in to the Total Talk is too real. Talk about sports with the truth, Truesdale. The Great Sports Morpheus. Listen up and talk about sports with us. This that sports flow. We talking sports, bro. All sorts know. Tune in to the sports.